Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online class. Today in our class, we are moving to Unit 4. So we have only prose for this unit. The title of the prose is The Attic, written by the writer Satyajit Ray. Okay, The Attic by Satyajit Ray. Okay. So I will first introduce the theme of the story to you. Okay. See, human beings will commit mistake. It is natural for human beings to make mistake. When we realize our mistake, we should try to rectify them. What's the meaning of this rectify? We should correct it. Okay. If you get a chance to rectify your mistake, you should. Okay. So, what is the main theme? Making mistake is a human character. Human beings will make mistakes. But if you get a chance to rectify that, you should rectify it. Or else it's a great crime. You are getting a chance to rectify your mistake, but knowingly if you are not rectifying, that means correcting your mistake, it's a crime. Okay, so that's what we are going to learn in this lesson. The Attic by Satyajit Ray. So, first I am going to introduce all the characters to you. The main character is Aditya. His full name is Aditya Narayana. Okay, and he had a friend, that is Satyajit Ray. Hope you remember this name, Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray is the writer of this story, okay, this prose, author, Satyajit Ray. So, Satyajit Ray and Aditya Narayanan, they both are friends. Keep in mind, they both are friends. So, two characters you have to keep in mind, that is Aditya and Satyajit Ray. And another character, that is Naganangal. Okay, so who is this Naganangal? When we are coming across the story, I will be introduce him in detail. Now keep in mind the name, that is Naganangal. And then next one character is Shashanga Sanyal. Shashanga Sanyal. So these are the main characters, 4 characters coming throughout the story. One is Aditya Narayanan, his friend and our author Satyajit Ray, and the Naganangal, and also another man named Shashanga Sanya. Can you keep in mind these 4 characters? Yes. So now we can enter into our story. Okay. So this Aditya and Satyajit Ray, when the story opens, they were traveling in their car. They went to Deodran, and from there they were returning to their place, okay, Calcutta. On the way, they were driving along the national highway, okay, and in one place was they were traveling in a car. Who were traveling in the car? Aditya and Satyajit Ray. While they visited a work site, and from there they traveling to their native, okay, where they, that is in Calcutta. While they were traveling, in one place, 2 roads bifurcated. Do you know what is the meaning of bifurcated? Bifurcated means divided into 2. Okay, in one spot, the road bifurcated. Bifurcated means divided into 2. There, Aditya stopped the car. One is moving towards the place. One road it takes towards Calcutta, and another road it will reach a place called Brahmapur. Okay, 2 places. Okay, so they got to move towards Calcutta, and another road it is diverting towards Brahmapur. So when they reached that place, Aditya stopped the car and he was thinking what to do, because This Calcutta is the place where they were staying now, and this Brahmapur is the birthplace of Aditya. This Aditya, born and brought up to his 10th grade, that is, when he passed his matriculation examination, after that only their family shifted to Calcutta. Before that, he lived in that place, Brahmapur. So, when the road bifurcated, in his mind also, his thought also bifurcated, we can say, whether he had to go to Calcutta or he had to visit his birthplace, Brahmapur. Like that, in a thought, he stopped the car. Okay. So, now this man, Satyajit Ray, is asking, why you stop the car? Okay, so he's telling, this road take us to Brahmapur, where I was born and brought up, or till my matriculation examination, that is when I passed my 10th grade only I moved to Calcutta. Till that I was born and brought up in this Brahmapur. So now, before 29 years, I left my place and reached Calcutta. So now it's nearly 30 years, and I am feeling to revisit my birthplace. Okay, so 29 years before that, what are the things there, whether everything is same as it is when he left before 29 years, or else what are the changes happened after this 29 years, everything. A curiosity arises in his mind to see what is happening there. Okay, so he had taken the road to Brahmapur, and there he wanted to see what are the changes happened there. So now first they are crossing the school building. Okay, so before he crossed the school building, he might had some idea. Yes, anyway, there will be lot of changes, he is telling, which may have undergone many changes. That was his thought. So now he want to bring back, or revive or refresh his old childhood memories. So he want to see all those places, and he stand in front of the school gate, and that also there are a lot of changes. And now again he said he wished to visit the tea shop of Naganangal. I already introduced the character Naganangal, and he is running a tea shop. Okay, before 29 years he ran a tea shop, so he want to know whether still the Naganangal is running a tea shop, and he want to go there, and he had to have a cup of tea there. Okay, when he was a small boy, he often go to that tea shop, and he will get a cup of tea from Nagan uncle, and he will drink. So to revive, to refresh that memory, he want to go to Nagan uncle's tea shop, and he had to drink a cup of tea from there. So we took the turning to the right and decided to drive to Brahmapur. So this Satyajit Ray and Aditya, they had taken the road which is turning to right, that is towards Brahmapur. So he want to recollect the memories by seeing his school, as well as he want to drink a cup of tea from Nagan uncle. These were the two thoughts in his mind when he is taking the right, okay, to the road which is moving towards Brahmapur. He had to drink a cup of tea from this Nagan uncle, and he want to revisit his school, whether any changes he was pretty sure that a lot of changes might have happened, because it's nearly 29 years passed after he had lived this place. Okay, so now we can see what happened when he took that road to Brahmapur. So that place, now he was his mind was running backward, and he was thinking about his family were once his ancestors, Aditya's father, grandfather, they were jamindars of that village. Okay, ancestors were once the jamindars, and this Aditya's father had left the ancestral home and moved to Calcutta, where he had set up his own business. Okay, before 29 years ago, Aditya's father left this village and he reached Kolkata, and there he set up his own business there. After his death, what happened? After the death of Aditya's father, Aditya is running that business. Along, and one among that a partner is that his friend Satyajit Ray. Okay, his friend as well as his partner only, the Satyajit Ray. Now it was the month of Magha. It is mentioned that that is in between January and February in English calendar. That is, but that time it was that month only he was traveling. Okay, it was given in terms that is Magha, like that it is mentioned, and also it is a month between January and February, and during that time it's a time it is mentioned that 3:30 in the afternoon, and the sun was soothing. They were traveling. Okay, you can imagine that they were traveling in a car. It was in the month January, February, that month time. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, and the sun was pleasant now. Okay, soothing. On the either side of the road were paddy field. Okay, they were traveling through the village, so we can see paddy field on the both side, on either side. And as far as there I could see everything paddy field only. Harvest was over, and there had been a good crop that year. So that time only the harvest was over, and they can see the paddy field everywhere. And they traveled nearly about 10 minutes, and they reached the local school where Aditya studied 29 years ago. That school they reached. Beyond the iron gates, they were playing fields. Two-storied school building. We got down from the car and stood in front of the gate. So in that place, Aditya and Satyajit Ray, in front of the iron gate, they reached, and they were looking inside. So now there was a two-storied building, and it was the school where Aditya studied before 29 years. So now slowly this man Satyajit Ray is asking question to Aditya whether it is the same before 29 years ago or any other changes happened, like that. So now Aditya is replying that everything had changed. Everything. Now he is telling or informing the changes. What are the things happened there? He's telling, when I was studying, it was a one-storied building, but now it is a two-story building, and a new building has come up nearby. Another building were also there which wasn't there before. That only a one-story building, but now it is a two-story building, and also some other buildings were near their school. Okay, and now slowly he is asking, while you were studying, are you a good student? Okay, will you study well? Okay, all those questions Satyajit Ray is inquiring to this Aditya. But so now Aditya is telling, yes, I am a good student, but my position was always second. That was the answer of Aditya. Aditya is telling, see, I am a good student, okay, but I never come to the first position. Always my position is the second one. Now after visiting their school, they had an idea to go to the tea shop. Anyway, they want to visit Nagan uncle's tea shop, which is next to the grocery shop and opposite to a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Anyway, they reached the Nagan uncle's tea shop, which is next to a grocery shop, and opposite to that tea shop, a temple is there, which is dedicated to the temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. So there they traveled and they reached, and now they can see the board Nagan's tea cabin written on a signboard over the shop. Yeah, now the tea shop also developed. Okay, so Nagan's tea cabin, like that, it was written there, and the owner of the tea shop now over 60. Okay, before 29 years ago he was young, maybe. Now this Nagan uncle was nearly 60 years old, and he was little rustic in appearance and rural look he is having, and he has neatly combed hair and a clean look. Okay, he had a neatly combed hair and also a clean look, was the same as before that also he'll be having a clean look before 29 years, same now. Years only passed, but now also he is having a clean look, and also he was wearing a dhoti and a blue striped shirt. A dhoti he is wearing and a blue striped shirt, and also he is wearing a green That is the appearance of our Nagan uncle. They reached the Nagan uncle's tea shop, and this Nagan uncle was nearly 60 years old, and he was rustic in appearance, and this rural look, village look he is having, and also he was very clean and also neatly combed hair, and he was wearing a dhoti and a striped blue shirt and also a green shawl he is wearing. Okay, so now Aditya and Satyajit Ray, they reached Nagan uncle's tea shop. Okay, so after visiting his school, as his wish, he reached Nagan uncle's tea shop to have a cup of tea there. Okay, so remaining what all happened after having a tea and what are the things happened in the tea shop. Okay, all those things we will be seeing in our next class. Okay, thank you, children.